Welcome to an Arena Cube draft, and let's see what we have. So a couple of things is that we want to prioritize unique cards because this is a singleton cube. There's only one copy of everything. We want to prioritize early removal because this is a high power format, including the aggro decks, and they're quite vicious. And we are also looking for cards that kind of make the archetypes. So what I mean by that is like cards that are just so good, like Embercleave, that just makes you want to go mono red. Things like that. Priest of the Forgotten Gods is another one. So we got 30 seconds. We gotta get into this pack. So I like Crawling Barrens. I think it's pretty powerful no matter which way you go. Leaves you open. Fatal Push is good. Gonti is good. I think all of those are acceptable first. I think Thirst for Discovery is quite good. Same with Explorer, but I think the black card's a little better. But I'm going to go with the Crawling Barrens. I've liked this card a lot. Having your lands do extra things is very powerful. So, okay, let's see. So, I was about to talk about History Benalia, very good in white aggro. White aggro is an archetype that definitely exists. Then there's Scorching Dragonfire, that's good early removal. Then there's Lightning Bolt that is good in every single red deck ever made. So the other thing that I need to mention is we're looking for those archetype specific cards that are so good that we want to start a lane for them if they're in a pack. But a Lightning Bolt is so special that it's an early removal that's good in every single red deck you play. So when we pick a Lightning Bolt, we are picking very openly, and we're picking a very high power card. So it's even funnier that there's nothing really comparable, in my opinion, to a Lightning Bolt here. I think Lightning Bolt is just a very strong card. So we'll pass the History of Benalia and pick up that Lightning Bolt. Okay, so there's a few potential directions here, like Rampaging Ferocidon is good in exactly mono red. Dryad is good in the kind of go any green whatever 5-color green. That ends up being a pretty good card. Then there's a number of lands. This is a man land in particular. It's just good in white. But like shock lands, triomes are amazing. Check lands, those are kind of our best. But we got a couple of choices. Ferocidon is pretty good in red aggro, so we might just want to pick one of those up. We don't know like a direction here, but we don't have to be married to the lightning bolts. But I don't think there's anything super crazy calling to me here, so I'll take the mono red card and see where we get. Okay, so now this is a lot more powerful of a pack. There's so many good things going on. Massacre Worm is acceptable as a control finisher, but Professor Onyx does that a little bit better. Professor Onyx is a really good control finisher. Fantastic. Even good in mid-range. Multiple choice is good. Priest of the Forgotten Gods, I already talked about this. This was a card that it's just so good in the black archetypes, because black in this set is like the least powerful overall, so to speak, but it's just so synergistic. Like the black cards work together so amazingly. They don't have cards like Lightning Bolt generally, but I think I'm gonna pick the Priest here because everything else is like acceptable and good, but this is just absurd in its respective deck. So we're gonna take that, see where we go from here. Well, okay, so this is kind of ideally how something like this works out for you. Unfortunately, there's Earthshaker, Kinra, and Torbrand, but Torbrand's another one of those cards that is just so absurd in its respective archetype, which is mono red aggro. This card very much so makes the the deck just so much more powerful and ridiculous. So I think that's my pick. Lightning Strike is a lot more open, and it would be a very fine pickup, but I think the opportunity cost of passing a Torbran, that's just too much. That's just too much. So, yeah, there's nothing here that I think even comes close. Like, Lightning Strike is the most open pick. Earthshaker Kinra is good, but Torbran's better in the deck that we're picking him for. Yeah, so let's see now. Yeah, that's not a card we're looking for. Dragon's Rage Channeler isn't really a card we're looking for. Smoldering A is not really a card we're looking for because we're looking to be really cheap. I guess Bloodchief's Thirst really is the best pickup here. Continues our Priest lane, and we'll just see. I have a feeling Black-Red's going to be open, judging by how I'm getting past things, but we're dancing around these colors for sure. Okay, definitely have a pick here. I think that's a late Cultivate. I didn't mention that there was the 5-color planar bridge in the last pack, but I think that ship is long sailed. It wouldn't be it wouldn't be unbelievable to try and make it happen, but I think we have better choices. So Graveyard Trespasser, quite good in black. I like this card a lot. I think it's quite powerful. Seasoned Pyromancer also pretty powerful. It goes in black-red or our mono-red deck we're building. Yeah, I'll take it. Okay. So, pick 8, and we've got... There are choices going on here, wow. So, Immortal Sun is quite good, and I'd like it if we end up in black-red. Elite Spellbinder's late, but I think we got 2 powerful picks here. Shark Skull Smashing is very good, in general. I want it in either mono-red or black-red. Immortal Sun is powerful, but I think I'm going to go with the Smashing here. Just kind of goes with every aspect of what we're doing here. Okay, Ebon Death completely wheeled. I like this card. 5/2 flying. You can cast them after you do like a Priest of the Forgotten Gods. Yeah, it's quite nice. Okay, and Dusk Legion Zealot for the black-red deck. I think we might be going into that. All these lands wheeled. Yeah, this would be okay if we somehow ended up in black-white, though I doubt it since we passed the Cruel Celebrant. I don't know. I'll take it. It's a man land. Really late Legion's landing. As far as white weenie stuff, I guess I'll take it. Can't imagine myself wanting to play Massacre Worm, even in what I've got going on here. Oh yeah, the complete table. Mono red must be open. Like that's pretty sweet. Don't like this card. It's just really expensive for the power level of the format. Okay. Ooh, oh, so this is tough. This is tough. So we think mono red is open, right? We've got very good cards for it. Very, very, very good cards for it. Anax is extremely powerful in the deck. He's a headache to deal with for a lot of decks. Then there's also Blood Artist, which it looked like we had signals. Like we had signals for the black side of things, and I don't think Blood Artist is gonna wheel, but I also think I think Annex just has a lot of upside from this position. But I don't know. It's a tough pick. I guess you could argue that Annex would see play in my black-red deck, so let's just go with that. Oh, yeah. Oh. So So what I say before, like early removal is fantastic. What about when it's attached to a creature? So Bone Crusher Giant is another one of those cards like akin to Lightning Bolt that just is universally great in this color pair or in this color. So we're kind of in as far as red goes. It's very, very good so far. I'm picking him over. I don't know about rating this Zerial. Don't think she's surely not on Bone Crusher level. I don't think she's too fast. But either way, this is the pick. We pass some cards that we'll pass on. Maybe like a Scrap Heap Scrounger Wheels. We'd be fine. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, so scanning this pack, like, there's a lot of really good options here. Thundering Rebuke, the problem is it can't go face, but it can clear out a blocker. That's pretty good. Gray Merchant is very, very good. Our black's a little thin, though. Definitely think it's better than the Bantu boy. But Bomat Courier. I always save the best for last this draft. I don't know what's going on with that. People are probably yelling at me like, look at this card. But Bomat Courier. I think this is a fantastic mono red card. It's just extremely powerful. We get to have a very light curve, and we're just soaking up all of the good red cards. So quite happy with that. Maul's a pretty sweet, what do you call it, white aggro card. But I just don't see us breaking from mono red. Then there's Lightning Axe, I guess. Yeah, it's not really where we want to be. I guess I'll take a Bone Splitter. It's an aggro card. It's quite mana efficient. I'm being actually cut off of red. How? How am I being cut off of red aggro? Okay, so disaster maybe. So from this position, I might consider going into red-white. Like, Sky Sovereign's pretty sweet, but 5 mana is a little steep for this deck. I'll take a Loxodon, I think. We can shift into a Boros aggro. Okay, I'm not being cut off of red, because in fact, there's like 2 of the toppest of top red cards right here. Chandra and Glorybringer. Wow. So, might just been cutting the burn off from me. I think it's gotta go to Glorybringer. Glorybringer's sweet. Very aggro-y card. Yeah, I'll take it. Alright. Yeah, Scorch Spitter is just gonna be the best card in this deck. We're trying to keep things very light here. And unfortunately, we missed on a lot of picks in this pack, so I'm a little scared about playables, but we're gonna get there. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I need to worry too much about making Boros aggro happen. Oh yeah, red's completely open. Rekindling Phoenix, like, we're kind of stacking the top of this curve quite a bit, but yeah, durable attacker, just so good. And yeah, that's all there is to it. Royal Eruption as a wheel, fantastic. This hits face, it hits creatures, it kicks for a bunch when we're flooding. Very happy. Blood Artist Wield, but we've got all of the pieces of mono red. We are the mono red player. Dragonkin Berserker, first strike combat boy. Makes things headache for the opponent. Yeah, plus it makes dragons if the game drags too long. Sure, I guess I'll take that. Don't. Is no one on aggro Like, I like Maul of Skyclaves. I think it's actively quite good. Ayara. We're gonna have like a full black-red deck in the sideboard. We might have multiple ways to make this. So yeah, this deck is pretty stacked. Let's see. This is not looking that good in this deck, just because I've got very few instants and sorceries, so I'm not big on that. Phoenix seems pretty good. Gives me other things to do after my opponent board wipes me. Pyromancer's probably going to wheel. I don't have any land, or I don't need any lands. The only land I'm looking for is the mono red man land. But yeah, I think I'll take a Phoenix here. Let's look at the curve. I might need to I think I can wheel this Pyromancer. Is that greedy? It's quite greedy of me. Okay. 2 damage to any target that hits face. That's kind of exactly what we're going for. There's also Experimental Frenzy, which that card goes off hard. This card goes off pretty hard, but it's less good when you don't have a ton of burn. And like our curve is actually pretty hefty. I'm going to go with the Shock Spell. I think Shock Spell is exactly what this deck ordered. Ooh, baby. I think this card is pretty good. I think Insult to Injury is pretty nasty. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this card. I think this card is quite good in what we have. Okay. Yeah, I would consider this Lorehold Command, but Banefire just hitting the last points of damage. Yeah, it's pretty good. I do think Lorehold Command is a pretty nifty reason to go into Boros. Same with our Manland, but we really don't need to kill our consistency when we have all this power just like running around here. Hellkite is a little expensive for my tastes. Considering this curve, yeah, that's a little expensive. What else am I gonna take? Like Mechagodzilla, I guess? Sure. Okay. This can be pretty sweet when you burn someone's lands pretty hard. But I don't think that's my pick when I've got Skewer the Critics right here. Yeah, this is good. Now if we wheel the Lavamancer or the Viashino Pyromancer, we're in luck. So I think this draft ended up coming together at the very end. Well, filling out at the very end, anyways. It's a body. It's a body. It's a body. We do need to hit playables here, but I think this is a pretty good direction for us to take. Kind of looking for quite a few good wheels here. We've got a lot of the reasons to be in red, but we did pass a Chandra. Like, I went with Glorybringer just because hits face. A little less mana efficient, but hits face. Average, it's not that cheap of a deck, though, is the thing. Oh, baby. No. Got too excited, almost screwed everything up. Embercleave is one of the other, like, lane starters for mono red. And we already knew, like, we're the only mono red person at the table. And we have literally like everything but Chandra for mono red. Let's see. 2 or more instant or sorcery cards in your graveyard. It's, well, it's a question on that, or we've got quite a few here. I think I just want to go for the sure damage, though. I think Pyromancer is just going to do a lot more. And I don't think that this is an experimental frenzy deck, but it could be. I remember this card being quite nutty. Captivating Crew, like, nah, not enough immediate impact. This is a high power deck. Sure, I'll take a Hasty Boy. I don't think I'm going wrong with that. Yeah, Dragon Skull Summit this late. Okay, yeah, we're not playing that. So, okay. Came together. I don't think Grim Initiate is for us, but it's a body. Let's build this deck. Let's figure this out. So this counts as a land, so we can cut one here, give ourselves some more action. And then, like, 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard. What types do we have in here? Instant, sorcery, artifacts. Yeah, this is a pretty lame card in this deck, honestly. It's just a body, and honestly, that goes quite a ways in this type of deck, but not even sure it's better than like a Grim Initiate. I wish this was a Lavamancer. Why did Pyro and the Lavamancer have to be in the same pack? It's okay. It's okay. We're okay. Let's see. Yeah, I guess Marauder is pretty underwhelming. I think we had to make do with the picks that we got. And I don't think this turned out wrong at all. I think it turned out pretty sweet. But, like, the curve is a little wonky. Not gonna lie. It's possible we were supposed to snap... Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm in for this. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, I think we need the mulligan pretty aggressively, though. We need like a 1 or 2 drop at least. You know, maybe the Lavamancer was a better choice. I don't know. It's kind of a more difficult sell whenever you can't like sculpt your deck exactly how you can in Constructed. But there's a lot of power in this red deck. It's quite incredible. We definitely have all of the pieces. I just wish Chandra would have come in one of those blank picks instead of right next to the Glorybringer. We like both of those cards. We'd love to play both of them. Alright. We got a matchup. Let's see how this goes. I think there's some... I think it might be better to take out Experimental Frenzy and put in Bone Splitter. Am I crazy for thinking that? Don't think I'm crazy for thinking that exactly, but... yeah, I'm keeping this. Exiled face down. Okay, that's how that works. Alright. I think I'm gonna Lightning Bolt whatever they play. Oh yeah, I'm Lightning Bolting that. Yep, nothing to it. Sorry, OP, we're the same deck. Yeah, this Experimental Frenzy is looking quite... this is just way too much of a... more of a beefy deck than anything. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna let that happen. Crawling Barrens is extra nice in this deck. Okay. I think that trade there's fine. Because now... I think I'm okay with taking 3 here. Next turn I play Glorybringer or Smashing. But I definitely lost the initiative this game, so... I'm okay with that trade there. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to do this. No. Phoenix of Ash, you're a little late here. But I think I'm going to go with Glorybringer here. Pretty easy, I think. I just eat this Redain. Wait. What just happened? Why are you like this? I can't click attack all. It... Yeah, now I'm screwed. 5 against this deck. Okay. Well, that's a pretty good draw. Exert. I'm gonna go ahead and kill this. Highest toughness. Let's see, 4/6, so I can do 4 here. Okay. Can get a little blown out here by God's willing, but that will feel bad, I'll admit. Okay, doesn't look like it's happening. Now I've got a blocker for this 1/1. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. Took out my man land. I'm gonna play on my land, and then we're gonna go Phoenix here. No attack. I'm on the defense here. We should be a 7 here. Okay, Phoenix of Ash it is. kind of like taking 2. Am I a madman for that? Yeah, I'm a little bit of a madman. We're gonna exert there. This is actually just terrible. Let's go experimental frenzy. Oh. Make them have to use the mana. It's pretty okay. Then the plan is I make some Dragon Boys. I mean, there's no way this isn't the opponent's play for sure. Well, I think... Let's see. 2 damage to the Esper Sentinel. 4 damage to them. Yeah. Not quite there, unfortunately. Sorcery. That's pretty bad. Game definitely is not over, but we're on thin ice here. Okay. I have to block here. Fair. I get to exert now. This is the scariest position ever. Okay, I'm gonna play this out. Friends lethal a whole lot better. I guess experimental frenzy is getting me back in the game. Alright. So, scary, and we actually weren't as close to dying as it looked. Or we're not supposed to be. We're supposed to be at 4. That's safe from lightning bolt range, but yeah. Yeah, our deck's just pretty good spot. That was the aggro mirror. I think it shows a good time to say that I'm not the beatdown. But yeah, I found in this draft that mono red is not as easy to force as it seems. Like, you gotta open one of the powerhouse cards for it, like we did, and then I think it's pretty good. Yeah, because the risk of having a bunch of mediocre red cards is kind of... It's kind of okay at that point. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna lightning bolt them quite yet. It's very possible I just bone crusher them. Oh. Blue-black. Aristocrats. Yeah, I think I'm gonna kill that. So much better, though, to pillar it. But I want to get this online. Then next turn we might be able to find a good pillar targets plus Phoenix. Half of limited is just double spell sequencing, so. Okay, it looks like bug aristocrats. Ooh. So yeah, we're pretty happy to lightning bolt that and play a Phoenix. Lifelink is no good for this deck. Four other cards escape. So this is kind of what I meant whenever the archetypes feel like they're a little bit in between, or a lot in between regular limited sets and constructed, because a lot of the cards that were pretty good in constructed are great here. Usually the best decks are highly synergistic, but a good deck is just focused on its game plan. It knows what cards are good for it and plays with those. Like, we didn't take Lightning Bolt because we knew we were in mono red. We took it because it was a good card to go into red for. Yogg. Yogg is a powerful guy. Do I want two for one myself for him? Ugh. So 7 to super kick that. Alright, let's see. He's gonna sack that, make my Phoenix boy smaller. I might just kill off this Phoenix. That would be fine, though. I'm gonna go ahead and pump once. Like, paying life is pretty sweet. Can't proliferate, so he still has to use resources not to get hit for 3. And unfortunately for him, he's still gonna get hit for 2, but he's gonna gain 2 cards off of it. So it makes a lot of sense that this is his play. Guess I'll go for a Pyro Boy. Just 2 damage. These are more flexible, so I'd rather keep them. He's not going to last on a Yogg board, so... Alucrinos. Exile 3 other cards. Okay. So definitely some questions I need to ask here. Starting to look a little sketchier. We'll go ahead and do this. Killing Yawgmoth would be quite good here. That shrinks. So the good thing about that attack is that Pelucranos eats the damage. This opens up Pillar killing Yawgmoth for good. And then we go like this. Menace and hopefully ping in the opponent. Phoenix is primed to get in there. Oh, it's too bad. Yep. Unfortunately, we might have to use this Royal Eruption on this Murderous Rider, depending on how this turns out. We're definitely running out of juice. We are not out of juice. So, 5 damage at the moment. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start by casting this Phoenix. 2, 3, sure. Might have Scavenging Ooze. I'm removing all the creatures. And then I'm just gonna Royal the face here. I've got Banefire in hand. Wait, does it have to be 6 or more to avoid counters? 5. Okay. I thought it was 5, but... yeah, this deck pops pressure. That's for sure. Love it. Pretty solid. Opponent's definitely turning the corner, but they're dead on few different angles here. Yeah, good game, opponents. Their deck looked quite sweet. I have run a blue-black in this Arena Cube, quite a bit like it. Just mostly black. You run blue for like a counter or a draw card here or there. But you're mostly just Yawgmoth aristocrats. And Yawgmoth is another one of those cards that, like, I don't want to compare power levels because in regular set limited, like, it's usually pretty clear where we can draw the line at this card ranks, like, up here, this card's below it. We can actually rank them pretty well. But then whenever we get into, like, discussion about, like, nominal categories, it becomes a lot more difficult. Like, what's better? Embercleave in mono red or Yawgmoth in mono black. So I don't want to say like Yawgmoth is like Embercleave, but I want to say that it's in a similar category of if I see a Yawgmoth similar to a Priest of Forgotten Gods, I'm probably starting a lane into black, just because black is so synergistic with the aristocrat type effects. And but what happened to us this draft was we found a good mono red in, and then we found more, and Torbrand came around. We decided, hey, we're in mono red for real. And I feel pretty good about taking that first pick, Crawling Barrens. I think it's quite high quality. Still unclear of if I should choose Experimental Frenzy or Bone Splitter. I think Frenzy is still pretty decent. Just unload our hand and then go from there. Oh no. Oh no, Lightning Bolt. No, don't do it, opponent. Don't do it. What the heck is happening? What the heck? It's happening to me. Okay, well, I'm just gonna sit there for a little while doing nothing, so. Okay, now we're just gonna play a Bone Crusher Giant. They have 3 spells in hand. Oh, that shadow was really cool. Fight spell? Okay. Totally okay. Totally okay. There's no problems here. Crawling Barrens is quite good for them. Okay. I think this next turn is going to be a little insane. Yeah. We're about to hit the opponent for something pretty hard here. Ah, jeez. Yep. 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 Alright. So anyways. Yeah, like, Bolt the Bird. That was good. I don't like this card. Don't think it's that good. But our hand was also nuts, so. Alright. Ready again. Let's burn. Yeah, his hand do stuff. And definitely do stuff. So let's go ahead and Bomac Courier up. Start stacking our hand. Okay, well, we need to pump as much damage as possible because they're on blue. Okay. Red? Okay, okay. There's definitely some problems with just busting out this Stormseeker, because they're threatening to, like, Sweltering Suns next turn. I don't like that much. But, cowards don't play mono red, so it's gonna pump some damage through. Okay. So I've definitely got some choices here. I think I'm going to play out this Grimmy boy. I don't think I'm slamming a Torbrand. It could be nice, but I don't think I'm doing it. And I'm going to play out the Scorch Spitter. Kind of feeling a bounce coming. Yeah, I'll take it. Cards are gone forever. They're still face down. Let's tap out, bro. Okay. So I must have missed the land drop, didn't have the double red. I was playing a little cautiously there at the end. Torbrand with what he had, it looked like would have been a little better, but I didn't want to leave myself open to a counter spell into board wipe, and now I lost all the extra cards. But yeah, as if you have slow starts, this is the deck that's gonna punish it. And we literally have all the chase cards for mono red. It's this shouldn't happen. But I mean, hey, people might like I think how this draft works is I think people settle into their first picks hard. I think they kind of just mono lane in general. Which I do not think is how you want to play this. But knowing when to continue your lane or start up a new one is huge. Because there's like absurd value levels, like an Embercleave or a Yawgmoth, that are like, okay, like these red cards are mediocre. I'm gonna take this black card and see where that leads me. 4 mountain, but it's a good hand. Okay, I'll keep. Alright. It's not good. It's not good. I'm not doing anything. Let's see. No, 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 no. He's gonna take the Skewer of the Critics. Yeah. Oh, okay. I get that back, right? Oh, baby. Okay. Trade with me, bro. Do I play this out now? Opens up to sorcery speed BS. And nah. Nah. Okay, so we're up against 5 color. 5 color nonsense. Gain 4 life. I don't feel like that was the play. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I just hit face. No, hitting face ain't right. It's usually right. But we're having some difficulty here. Just draw a card, bro. Yep. There we go. Don't even think I want to Embercleave, right? Let's see. 4. That is perfect. Yeah, I think I want to Embercleave. Oh, I can't, because I didn't play the land. Because I'm silly. I want to discard my action, my non-action cards. For Season Pyromancer. I'm playing this like a red mid-range player, not like an actual red player. Exile target non-land permanent. Okay.
How hard can it be? That was an easy job.
Discard 2 cards. That's awkward. I don't want to discard these cards. Guess I'm discarding Royal Eruption in a Mountain. Because I need this. Okay.
Look, I can't do everything.
I've got a nice little follow-up to this. At least. Not really, but... yeah. Yeah, that's game. Alright. Could have played that differently. Could have had a lot of base damage happening. I still wouldn't have gotten to kill them. So yeah, let's attack in. I don't know. I have to kill this, but I'm not winning if I do. Okay, fine. Let's just... whatever. Ah, I've got the card. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm dead. I mean, it's neat. God, I wish I hadn't had to discard that Royal Eruption. I would have won. I mean, it's not lethal, but still. Yep. Season Pyromancer, you let me down. Okay, so if I would have aimed a lot of stuff at face, yeah, I might just play that completely wrong. It's very possible. I'm a control player, but yeah, I don't know. It felt like I was dealing with threats as I needed to. And besides, they had 7 points there of toughness, but then I'm not dead on board. So yeah, things might have changed. Really what happened is that the Ferocidon should have lived. Then we all would have just been having a very happy time. But yeah. Really, it was just too bad about that Royal Eruption discard. And like the thing is I could have like discarded different card. I don't know. But I kind of needed all my cards, and I was kind of hoping I would have drawn straight fire off the top. Hate that's not up to 2 cards. It's pretty... It's not fast, but it's okay. Now, what am I talking about? This is probably completely unacceptable, right? I don't mind this, though. Just draw one of my 1-drops or 2-drops here. Oh, no. Oh, no. Now I'm getting got. This is fine. Okay. Do I have one of those? I don't think it's fantastic, right? Okay, so we're just gonna start hasting out some boys. That's what we're gonna do. If this is lightning bolt, you got me, but... It is not lightning bolt. Okay, Thundering Rebuke, acceptable. I'm gonna go ahead and play this Annex out. If he attacks, I'm not gonna do anything. It's quite obviously a Pillar of Flame. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, trap card opponent. I've got it. Yeah, I still got a good amount of damage on me, but that was a pretty sweet draw. I'm scared though. My Annex is all vulnerable. I might be dead. No, 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 no. Opponent did it to me. How could I have changed that? Yeah, I don't know. Alright, well, we got. Were they on the play? Or I just had that slow, stupid hand? I had that slow, stupid hand. Oh, they were on the play. That's what it was. That was the blame. Little did the opponent know that we had a little trick as well. So straight from 4-0 to 4-2. Guess I can mulligan more aggressively. But this red deck's kind of mana hungry. I don't know. I guess I could have held back. That would have technically saved me, but I would have ran into very similar troubles. Then I would have been taking 8 in the air and like, okay. Not a lot I'm doing there. Yeah, opponent had the sweet red deck also. We just I probably should have mulled that. Here, nice curve. Only thing is we're not on the play, so we already messed up. Yeah. I like Grim Initiate. We needed to hit playables. Eh. First strike. Ooh, baby. I think I'm just going to kill this now. I guess there's a consideration to leave it up, but in the case of like Maul of the Skyclaves, but I also didn't want gods willing to just get me. This first strike guy is just holding this line. I can get this down to 4 next turn. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. Yeah, use your burn spell, opponent. Good enough for me. Oh. Well, now I don't need to do fancy things. We're not Embercleaven yet. But yeah, we're just outvaluing the opponent with like the most efficient red cards ever made. Okay. Didn't draw land. That's a little annoying. So, I can Pillar of Flame that. I don't need to, though. I can just go like this. Opponent gets in at me for 4. Guess at this rate I should have attacked in with Phoenix of Ash. Yeah, it might have been a significant misplay there. I don't get to use any mana this turn. Ugh. Okay. Has Vigilance, though. Just gonna do a little blocky there. Okay. Alright, so anyways. Yeah. And you have to click on this. Zert. Alright, so not a lot game. Opponent got a little flooded-ish? No. It just seems like they didn't get like the super high impacts half of their deck. It seems pretty focused, but we were just playing like I said, the lane starters. The cards that are incredible. Not time to get cocky here. Just need to get to 2 more wins. Get tight on the gameplay again. Ugh, I've got a curve. I've got cards. I can discard my hand. I'm keeping it. that complicates things for me. A 1/2 on turn 1? What? No. Yeah, this is not it. This game is not where we want to be at. Oh god. Opponent's getting me? Well, I'm gonna play the Ferocidon. It's gonna clear the way. I'll play it before Rekindling Phoenix because they can have quite a few exile effects, and they're gonna want to exile that. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Did 2 damage. I don't hate it. But wow, this board is gummed up. I'm expecting this Kindling Phoenix to do the work. Yawgmoth. I'm gonna get an extra card out of this. He can kill my Rekindling Phoenix, but it's just the way I gotta be. Probably gonna not let this Bomat Courier do the thing. Yeah. So, draft your card. Yeah, this looks like a pretty bad matchup here. I'm gonna go ahead and smack this around a little bit. Yeah. Get an extra card, it's pretty sweet. Okay, opponent wants to draw a card. Sure. I mean, I'll have significant problems coming back from this, but I think Phoenix did about as much as good. Good news is Yawgmoth is killing his life. Bad news is it's getting him a bunch of cards. What the heck? That card's not... It's only good against me. That's actually only good against me. Opponent. How? Why? Where'd this come from? This isn't even... Oh, it came from the stupid curse bound. Okay. Yep. I was saying Yawgmoth, man. It's pretty solid. Annex is pretty good. God. Yeah, this deck is like specifically great against me. I think it looks pretty synergistic and good in general, though, for the record, but... Alright, well, disappointing end. 5 wins with this deck. Felt like a 7 win for sure. But, there you have it. Hopefully, yeah, you kind of got an idea of what you're looking for in a cube draft. A lot different, like, you're kind of swamped with playables. But, just picking out those cards that are really good in specific archetype, or picking the cards that are super good in all archetypes. Embercleave for the former and Lightning Bolt for the latter is a good example of how we laned into this deck. But yeah, definitely subscribe if you found any of this helpful. And I will see you next time.